You ready?
Ready for what? Something that'll really hit the spot.
Always quick with a joker to light up your smoke.
It's fun and educational.
Welcome back. It's Coffee Talk, a higher education and 3WV joint production. I'm here. I'm Dawn. Seth is here from Higher Education, and we have Ashley D with 3WV. How you doing, Ashley D? Are you as dirty as ever? Wow. I am live today, guys. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? I don't think I smoked enough. But, you know, what do you expect? It's the week of 420. Woo! Are you guys excited? Because I'm excited. It's 420 this week.
It's like you're breaking out a sports report.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Woo!
I'm excited that
People who are celebrating 420 don't act like that.
What?
Yeah, there you go.
it's because it's not 420 yet. So
she's getting pumped up for 420.
I'm pumped. 420. But you know what else? There's another really cool holiday this week.
420.
And actually, I think it's probably a slightly cooler holiday.
Cooler than 420?
Cooler than 420.
That's impossible.
Earth Day.
Okay.
This is the week of all that is green. So you got to love your mother.
Like green.
And you got to love 420.
I like it. Uh-huh.
You know, so I
still think 420 is a little bit cooler, though. I'm sorry.
What, you want to kill your planet? What, you don't love your mother?
I don't want to kill my planet, but...
Do you even recycle?
She wants to smoke her planet.
But see, there won't be a planet to smoke if you don't save it on Earth Day. So actually the neat thing about Earth Day is, this is kind of neat. So Earth Day is like a completely made up holiday, but we all know that. And it's not made up by Hallmark. So it wasn't actually made by Hallmark to make money in any way, shape, or form. There was actually a senator in Wisconsin back in the 1970s. I think actually 1970. And his name was Nelson. And basically he was like, dude, if we don't do something, you know, we're going to fuck up the world. Like, we have to fix this. So he literally decided that, I believe the 22nd of April was going to be called Earth Day. And he got 20 million Americans in different cities across the entire country to raise awareness about pollution and to promote ecology on that day in 1970. And literally, like, it just happened. Like, it was a movement of the people. Something we all talk about would never happen. So, you know, if we had a movement of the people, you know, besides a big pile of shit, we could do all kinds of things. Movement of the people.
Seth, get off your phone. Get off your phone. It's rude at the dinner table.
Exactly. What are you doing? You're trying to prove me wrong, but he can't because I know.
No.
This brain here.
You broke out with your Earth Day facts.
Because I notice.
He's like, I need to come up with some facts. So on my phone researching 420. I want some 420 facts.
The only
Let's
thing,
educate about that.
The only thing I know about 420 is, I know a lot of experience with it, but the only fact I know is what the California kids or something, it used to be like their signal to go take a smoke break.
Code.
Yeah, their code. That's the only thing I know.
It was like when school got out, basically. Or when they could meet after school.
Ah.
But, you know, when I feel like when I first heard of it, somebody said, oh, yeah, that's the code that cops use if they caught you smoking pot.
I heard that before.
We got a 420 over here.
Is that it?
No.
Oh.
No, you're right. The truth is, it's, you know, a bunch of kids getting out of high school. Mm-hmm. You know, they got out.
It was college, I thought. It was a campus. I think it's when I could be wrong. I
thought it was high school kids.
All right, well, you could be right.
But nonetheless,
you're supposed to educate me, so that's fine. I'll listen to what you say.
Well, I was researching it, and I didn't get through with it, and you gave me a hard time.
Because you're on your phone, and you're supposed to research this shit before the podcast. Not
I just knew that you weren't.
For that.
I just knew you weren't contributing, and it seemed as though your phone had taken your attention. So I was trying to get you back on track.
Yeah, and you know that's a punishable offense. You know, you're not supposed to be on your phone. You're supposed to be enjoying the company of all of us lovely ladies here. All of us.
San Rafael High School.
Ah, damn. Okay,
in California.
You're right.
So San Rafael High School, you're famous for giving us all 420. Thank you very much, San Rafael High School. Shout out to San Rafael High School in California.
High schoolers who get high.
Thank you guys so much.
Perform a cheer
we
for
do
you.
not condone that.
Yeah, let's not promote this to high school.
And Uber only.
That was a different time, and that was still okay, but it's not anymore. You must be 21 to participate. Isn't that sad? So did kids get dumber? And that's why they can't make decisions at 16 like they used to be able to? Or did
Probably
we just become more authoritarian?
We're smoking.
I don't know. It's a tough question.
I wonder, because I like to think I wasn't.
Or is it just that when they got old, they got conservative and made different laws because they were like, I need to protect you so you don't do what I did when I was a kid.
Isn't that interesting? So does that
It's
mean...
all about control. It's just control. That's all it is.
So today we're really lucky. We're we have an episode with one of our friends who sells Delta 8, and Delta 8's in the news. Everyone's talking about it, and he has some really fabulous Delta 8 to talk to us about. Josh is going to be on after our little break here. We're probably going to go smoke some of these Delta 8 moon rocks, because what else would we do here at Coffee Talk?
It's 420, I'm pretty sure.
It's always 420 somewhere. All right, so we're going to be back after these messages. This is Seth. He's from Higher Education. Ashley D. She's the dirty girl here from 3WV. And I'm Dawn with Higher Education as well. We'll be back after these messages at Coffee Talk.
I'm here to share my journey just for you. It all started out with the higher ed crew. Down on West Main, I was hanging with a friend when we saw the higher ed sign down around the bend. My boys said, let's check it. It could be a banging shop. When we walked into the store, man, it made my jaw drop. There were tubes and handpipes, rigs and more. They even have a water pipe as tall as the door. Gas masks, rollers, papers made of rice. Sure-ish dish, it was a smoker's paradise. My jaw dropped, my eyes popped. Boy, I was feeling. Then the friendly shopkeep said, yo, hey, how you feeling? I said, wow, this your shop. It's really, really great. I just stumbled in, yo, man. It must be fit. You got the packs, volcano, and even the kind. Man, you know the taste can be real hard to find. You got Roar, Pulsar, and Sheldon Black. Damn, you know I'm definitely coming back. This place is cool, dope, and really nice. That's why higher education is the smoker's paradise.
Now offering curbside pickup and shipping direct to your door. Higher Education, Charlottesville's CBD superstore since 2017, providing high-quality CBD and education about all its amazing benefits. Higher Education, because CBD is a lifestyle, not just a greener trend. Welcome back. Hope everyone had a very green week. It's Coffee Talk, a Higher Education and a 3WV joint production. I'm Dawn. We have Seth and Ashley Dirty live in the studio with us today.
Hey, hey.
Hello.
And we're lucky enough to have Josh with Empire Wellness on the phone to talk about Delta 8. So I've noticed on the news, I thought this was crazy. I mean, we sell it at the store. We're not usually the most mainstream of industries, but lately I've noticed my Google search or anything else, Delta 8 comes up pretty much damn near every day. There is a story about Delta 8. I don't know if you guys have noticed.
Yeah. Seems to be everywhere.
So yeah, Delta 8, you know, it's a really big cannabinoid right now. It's like basically the new CBD, except it's psychoactive instead of non-psychoactive.
I love psychoactive.
You would.
If it's not psycho, I don't want it. I like head change all the way. I'm all about the head change.
Yeah, they call it
Weed light, right?
Yeah, weed light, weed's younger cousin, weed's little brother. So you know, it's a very, very interesting compound, that's for sure.
And basically the difference is that the, I guess, street or whatever legal state marijuana is Delta 9 THC.
9, yes.
And this is Delta 8 THC.
Yes, it is. The difference is it works on different cannabinoid receptors in your mind. It's the 8th bonding molecule instead of the 9th bonding molecule. So it's very similar as far as psychoactive, except it's less psychoactive than Delta 9. However, it's still psychoactive. The main benefit is it doesn't produce the anxiety that Delta 9 will produce. Like, I'm sure you guys all been high and you get super paranoid or anxiety, right?
Sure.
Never.
Yeah, so never really interesting. So yeah, most people, you know, they don't like the anxiety. Like if you talk to people and they're like, you know, I like weed, but it got me super paranoid. This is the THC you want to try if that's the case, without eliminating the psychoactive effect.
This would really help senior citizens, because I know that, like, you hear older people say, I used to smoke a lot when I was younger, but they can't handle it anymore because it makes them paranoid.
Exactly.
It seems to happen as you get older.
Too strong nowadays is what they'll say. Hey, it was lighter. This is what they need. And as far as, you know, to make them gain trust in cannabis.
So this is like diet weed.
Diet weed.
I like that. Diet weed.
However, the diet weed will make you very hungry, though, so you got to be careful of diet weed.
And I did notice that it makes me really sleepy.
Yeah, because, you know, it's a psychoactive, so it makes you sleepy, it makes you really hungry, you know, without all the benefits of marijuana, without the psychoactive. So literally everything that marijuana gives you, it will basically give you without the, without the paranoia. So the psychoactive's there. It's just a different type of high, you know. It's
Right.
completely.
Does it last as long?
People say it doesn't, and some people say it does. My opinion is what I found out is all of a sudden I'll be like high, and then the next second I'll be like sober. It's the weirdest thing. And then the next second I'll be like super high again, and then like a few minutes later I'll feel sober. So the way I describe it is if you have stuff that you need to get done, it's actually it's a good thing to choose instead of marijuana because you can actually function. You won't be like where's my keys? What was I about to do? Kind of thing. So it's
Nice.
an interesting cannabinoid.
Oh, that's good.
It's functional weed.
Maybe you do need this, Dawn. Didn't you lock yourself out of your house recently? Wasn't that a thing?
Maybe once. I was thinking that this might be a requirement of all employees because I have learned that we lose keys a lot and seem to put keys in our pocket and forget things, Mike. And maybe if Mike would smoke some of the Delta 8 a little more, he could remember to put the damn keys back before he goes home at night and has to bring them back, Mike.
Not sure that he's into the weed light.
Well, we're going to have to teach him.
He's more into the weed heavy.
Yeah, I think he likes the heavy cream,
Like the Delta 9.
With some Delta 9 on top of that.
Rolled in a little Delta 9.
Yep. And it's interesting. It's interesting you said that. A lot of people tend to do that, right? They'll mix it up. They'll do 50-50, in legal states or illegal states, wherever they choose to do it. But it's a lot of people like doing that because at the same time it will give them a little bit of that, but at the same time they're still clear and still focused. So I smoke it myself. I don't really use CBD unless I have a headache or anything like that. But as far as Delta D8, I'll use it if I have to get stuff done and want to be high and functional. That's what I'll use.
I guess because it's new to me, I found that it hit me almost harder. I guess because my body's not used to it yet or whatever. But what I found is that I really wanted to take a nap and I can function and it didn't bother me. But the Delta 8 seemed to hit me pretty hard. I was a little surprised at how quickly I wanted to eat something and take a nap. And I'm not really a napper. And that shit really, definitely an evening thing for me.
Definitely. But with that said, it all depends on the form it was ingested with too, right? I don't know if you ingest through a vape cartridge or syringe, however you ingest it, but the flower is a little different because remember what we do is there's no such thing as Delta 8 flower. I don't know if you guys know how Delta 8 flower is actually produced. We can get into that if you want to, but Delta 8 flower, there's no such thing as, hey, our plant only grew Delta 8 flower and we don't do anything to it and we just harvest it. That's not how it's made, It's infused with, it's CBD flower infused with Delta 8 distillate. I don't know if you guys are aware of that or not.
Absolutely. And actually that's a great thing to talk about. So when we're selling, or any of us are using the Delta 8, we're using a CBD strain that then has this Delta 8 distillate added to it. What CBD strain is it? Is it one that has a high CBD level usually? Is it one that has a low CBD level? Is there something pretty standard that's used?
Yeah, so we try to use the lowest level CBD level possible because if we use high CBD levels, CBD has actually been shown to decrease a high, right? Decrease the psychoactive effect. So it wouldn't make sense for us to use something in the 20s and infuse that because if we do, it's going to take away from the psychoactive effects of the Delta 8, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. That makes a lot of sense. Do you deliberately grow specific hemp plants to try to get as much CBD out of it as possible?
Yeah, so we try to. So it goes back to our older strains. None of our stuff has usually under 10% CBD because it's hard. It's still hard to get underneath a certain amount. It's very weird. It's hard to get over a certain amount, and it's harder to get under a certain amount, right? Mm-hmm. So. We try to use CBD flower that's under 10% or 10%, nothing higher, to not take away from the psychoactive effects of the Delta 8.
That makes a lot of sense. So Ashley Dirty apparently needs to smoke break. So we're going to take our smoke break right here. Apparently this was just too much talking for her. And we're going to take that break right now. Sorry, Josh, we can't last more than 10 minutes without Ashley needing to smoke. So on that note, we're going to take a coffee break.
It's a tough day. Jeez.
We'll be back right after these messages.
CBD.
We will help you with your anxiety. We'll pick you up when you're feeling low. And nothing costs a pocket full of dough. Relax your body, free your mind. Higher Ed is the place to find.
A CBD.
Let us help you with your anxiety. Now offering curbside pickup and shipping direct to your door. Just call to place your order at 434-293-PUFF. Higher Education, Charlottesville's CBD Superstore since 2017, providing high-quality CBD and education about all its amazing benefits. Higher Education, because CBD is a lifestyle, not just a greener trend. Be careful and smoke at home. And remember, share the experience, not the pipe.
Higher education is still open, so come in.
Best prices, best selection, most knowledgeable. Higher Education, Charlottesville CBD headquarters. Welcome back. Hope everyone had a good break. It's Coffee Talk, a Higher Education and 3WV joint production. I'm Dawn, Seth and Ashley Dirty in the studio, and Josh from Empire Wellness on the phone with us, discussing Delta 8, weed light or diet weed, however you prefer. Thanks again, Josh, for, answering the phone. I appreciate the fact that you answer the phone when I call you. Thank you for being a friend.
Hope you enjoyed your smoke break, coffee break.
I did.
So we're talking about Delta 8, and we're talking about how Delta 8 is actually made, because most people think that it is cultivated like CBD to decrease the levels of THC, increase the levels of, in this case, Delta 8. But instead, actually, we're growing CBD or CBG maybe even, or a hemp plant that has significantly lower levels of CBD, 10% or under. I imagine it doesn't have THC either, because we're trying to keep that under 0.3%. And then, and I'm going to ask a question in a minute if I remember about CBG, and how that affects it. Something is added to it, and that's what makes it Delta 8. Wow, people are laughing at me, so I think I might be long-winded.
I'm sitting over here thinking that you would have been great, like, as a lab partner or, like, someone in school to, like, get notes from. Because you're interpreting this, like, really quick and...
Right?
I was a really good note taker. You're absolutely right. I actually went to school for way too long, but I was very good at note taking, and I still have some of my notebooks, and I read back and go, oh, I totally remember this class, and can get right back into
and
it.
actually read those. I have them in like bins that one day I say I'm going to, but then again, you are older, so maybe you have more time.
I think I burned every bit of notes I had within a month after graduating. Fuck you, I'm done. No need to study ever again.
I'm still studying every day. I'm a nerd. I can't help it. And now that I'm retired and my mind is going, I figure if I reread these notes, I might be able to keep the Alzheimer's at bay. I am a little worried about that with these older years, and I know.
I really just want to study which Delta 8 makes me feel better these days.
And what way to sample it. There you go.
And which way to sample it?
Absolutely. What way are you going to enjoy it?
What? On to that point, what's the most popular way to enjoy the Delta 8?
Well, to be honest with you, flour is what we found. Cartridges are really popular, too. So it's a toss-up between flour and cartridges. Some people don't like to smoke, so they like to vaporize. So those people obviously would choose a cartridge. But flour we always sell the most of just because that's what we're known for. So with us, it's flour. But we're finding on the market is an even mixture between flour and cartridges. I prefer the flour, but it's just preference.
So you have a few strains of Delta 8 flour at this point? How does that work, since it's an terpene infused? Yeah. How do I refer to this?
It's an infused CBD product is what we like to tell people. So basically, what we do is we infuse the flour with distillate. There's a few ways of doing it. If you guys want, I can get into that. But basically, we infuse the flour. And then after we infuse the flour with the distillate, we infuse it with terpenes also. So it's not just naturally grown like that. You guys were saying, it's CBD that is turned infused into Delta 8 flower.
So where does the distillate come from?
Great question. So the distillate comes from isolate, okay? It comes from CBD isolate.
Okay.
We do a conversion. We convert the isolate, okay, into Delta 8 THC. And that's the way most people are doing it right now. It's a conversion. So we convert with citric acid. And we convert with citric acid, we convert the isolate, the CBD isolate, 99% isolate, through a distillation process to get Delta 8 THC.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's interesting because now what they're finding out is another thing. Besides cannabinoids, all these people in labs are finding out, hey, we could do conversions. Like CBD is so close to the molecule of THC, we can actually convert CBD into THC. So not only are they only converting CBD into D8, they also can convert it into D9. So,
neat.
Yeah, it's a conversion of CBD. So if we were using the marijuana plant and extracting it for Delta 8, it would be illegal. But since we're taking the hemp plant and using everything from hemp, it's legal.
Wow. That is fascinating.
Because Delta 8 is actually illegal if it's produced from marijuana. But if it's from hemp, it's legal in most states. Some states have their laws. There's about 6 of them. I'm not sure off the top of my head what they are, but there's about 6 or 7 of them we can't ship to because each state, places a ban on D8.
So is it illegal to turn CBD isolate into THC at this point?
No, it's not. It's not at all. It's completely legal under the Farm Bill. So as long as the CBD isolate is derived from hemp, then it's all incorporated under the Farm Bill.
And is that something that you guys are doing? Are you turning it into Delta 9?
No, we don't turn into D. That is illegal. If you turn it into Delta 9, because Delta 9 is illegal, then we don't do that. But we know people doing that in legal states that just source to their state. It's just something I mentioned because the conversions are really getting interesting nowadays because they're converting not just CBD into D8, but they're converting CBD into other forms of cannabinoids, also THC family.
Fantastic.
But as far as to answer your question, we only convert to D8, nothing else.
Okay, and where do the terpenes that are infused come from?
The terpenes come from the cannabis plant. We take the cannabis plant and run them through a steam distillation process, and we remove all the essential oils, and then we infuse the terpenes onto the flower at the end process when it's done.
So you got a CBD bud, and then you add distillate, CBD distillate, which is actually the Delta 8, and then the terpenes, which is the flavor, and
which
that's
comes
what
from the marijuana plant.
I don't think it can.
Yeah. Yep.
Yes. So legally, here's where it gets tricky. So legally, we can't extract nothing from the marijuana plant, cannabinoid-wise, right?
Okay.
But we're not extracting zero cannabinoids, and all we're doing is extracting with steam, and we're just taking the aroma and the essential oil. That's completely fine.
That's so.
So yeah, we take real weed, real cannabis. We extract it, and we infuse it in the end onto the flower after the Delta 8 is infused into the flower.
So what does that do to the real weed, quote unquote, that lost its terpenes? Does it just taste yucky but get you real high?
As far as I'm not really understanding.
I think she's asking about like the byproduct after the the terpenes were removed.
Oh, you're saying the original with the cannabis, the marijuana. You're just asking, once we extract the terpenes, what do we do with the product? The product's wet and we waste it. So that's why terpenes are so expensive. Like they retail for around $70 ml because of the fact that we throw away the byproduct.
Wow. Yeah. So that means it's not smokable.
No,
it's just icky.
We wouldn't. I would not smoke that.
Wow. That's pretty fantastic.
I mean, technically you could, but I would not. It's like if you took your and threw it in the ocean and just like left it there for like 2 days and pulled it out, and you had like a disgusting, soggy, like old nug that just got all the juice just like sucked out of it. Like you would not want to like smoke that.
That's.
I know some people who would smoke
I
that.
think I know some people. We're in Virginia. The hills have eyes.
I don't think you personally want to smoke, but maybe there's some people out there. That's what
Not me.
You're like, would you smoke? You're like, can you smoke that? I'm like, I wouldn't, but technically you can. But we throw it all away.
Yeah, that seems a little rough. I don't think I could smoke that either. So that's definitely one way to smoke. There's other ways, but I think we have to take a break.
Yeah. I need a break.
Yeah, it's time for a break. So we're going to take a little break. We're going to come back and we're just going to discuss some more Delta 8. And we're going to get into other ways of consuming this fantastic cannabinoid, including cartridges maybe, and maybe some gummies, and neatest of all, moon rocks. All right, so we're going to, on that note, we're going to take a break and talk about moon rocks amongst ourselves. I hope you guys enjoy your break. We'll be back after these messages with Coughy Talk, a higher education and 3WV joint production.
I'm here to share my journey just for you. It all started out with the higher ed crew. Down on West Main, I was hanging with a friend when we saw the higher ed sign down around the bend. My boys said, let's check it. It could be a banging shop. When we walked into the store, man, it made my jaw drop. There were tubes and hand pipes, rigs and more. They even have a water pipe as tall as the door. Gas masks, rollers, papers made of rice. Sure-ish dish, it was a smoker's paradise. My jaw dropped, my eyes popped. Boy, I was feeling. Then the friendly shop, he said, yo, hey, how you feeling? I said, wow, this your shop. It's really, really great. I just stumbled in, yo, man. It must be fit. You got the packs, volcano, and even the kind. Man, you know the taste can be real hard to find. You got Roar, Pulsar, and Sheldon Black. Damn, you know I'm definitely coming back. This place is cool, dope, and really nice. That's why higher education is the smoker's paradise.
Now offering curbside pickup and shipping direct to your door. Higher Education, Charlottesville's CBD superstore since 2017, providing high-quality CBD and education about all its amazing benefits. Higher Education, because CBD is a lifestyle, not just a greener trend.
Welcome back, everyone. It's Coughy Talk with Dawn and Seth and Ashley Dirty. We have Josh here from Empire Wellness. Thank you again, Josh.
Thanks for having me, guys. Much appreciated.
This is Coughy Talk, I said, I believe, and it's higher education and a 3WV joint production.
Yeah, you said that.
I said that.
Yeah.
I said that already. What didn't I say? What haven't I said? Oh, we're talking about Delta 8.
Still on the Delta 8.
Different ways to consume Delta 8. You can smoke it, because I just smoked a little. Did you smoke it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You can smoke.
Or you could dab it. You could dab it also.
Oh,
It's very
yeah.
popular out there. You could definitely
Little
dab
dab will
it.
do ya.
Dab will do you.
And you have carts, really delicious carts.
Thank you. And we plan on introducing more flavors here short also.
Awesome. I think that at higher education we carry 3 flavors, maybe.
Sounds right.
Super lemon haze,
Yep.
critical kush,
Yep.
and
The GDP.
GDP.
Granddaddy Purple.
What
One of
is
my
it?
favorites. That's the GDP is the Granddaddy Purple. Fruity strain.
Right.
So tell us a little bit about those 3 cartridges, and or tell us what is a Delta 8 cartridge, since we know that the flower is infused. How are the cartridges made?
Okay, the cartridge is more is a simpler form. It's just D8 distillate mixed with cannabis terpenes and just infused together, and then we put it in the cartridges. So it's very simple of a process.
So it's actually easier. So what makes them the different cart flavors? Is that the terpene profile?
So the distillate is all the same in every cart. It's not like we're just taking from that plant, extracting the D8 from that plant. The Delta 8, the distillate is all the same. So the only thing that's affecting the smell and taste is only the terpene.
Right.
So
That makes sense.
you have different terpenes from different...
Cannabis plants.
This is so hard for me. I'm sorry. I'm learning and I'm slow apparently now. So you guys end up as a maker of this stuff. You have to purchase large quantities of real
Yes,
THC
we
and then
do have to-
destroy that stuff. You destroy it.
Yes, we have to purchase large quantities, and it definitely gets pricey, and that's why we charge almost $70 a ml, because at the end of the day, we have to destroy all the product that can't be used.
Do you get to at least taste it before you destroy some? Like personally, you get to you have to test it.
To be honest with you, no, I have before, but no, because a lot of it is just not straight bud, right? Like some of it could be the fan leaves, some of it can be trim. So it's not like we're taking like beautiful, pretty buds like and running them. We're taking mainly the smalls off the plant. Stuff
Nice.
farmers will give us a good deal on, right? Like the bottom of the plant,
Sure.
stuff like that. So to the eye, it's not that appealing. But as far as what we do when we purchase byproduct, we purchase stuff that has high levels of terpenoid profile and it has a really strong aroma. So we're not essentially just looking for something by the look, of what it looks like. So we're not judging off the looks. But yeah, so some of this stuff, to be honest with you, it doesn't look great. It just looks like a bunch of grinded up material, It's not like you'd be like, oh, I want to smoke that,
Right.
So-
That makes sense.
I'm glad you said that because I think Dawn was having a heart attack.
I had my feelings hurt a little bit that we were just destroying beautiful weed. I just don't understand, and it makes me sad.
No. Like our CBD flower looks 10 times better than this weed that we're extracting. Terpenoids.
So this is
from.
like
That's-
ditch weed.
Yeah, it's not ditch weed. It's really good weed, but it's just all bottoms of the plant, the larvae, like airy buds. That can't be sold on the regulated market because they can either be only turned into pre-rolls, but you can only have so much pre-rolls, extracted for concentrates, or extracted for terpenoids.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Okay, now I feel better.
Get to use those parts of the plants that might not otherwise be used.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And provide, this awesome Delta 8 for those of us in these.
This is very
non-legal
environmentally friendly. This is like,
Yep.
a green industry. A green
Yeah.
industry.
Yeah, exactly. Like we'll even use like fan leaves. Like as long as the fan leaves are like from the bottom and like smaller fan leaves, not the big giant fan leaves, but some fan leaves still have terpenoids in them, right? So it doesn't necessarily matter. Like when we get the product, as long as the smell is super strong and when we get the lab results and we look for before we buy anything, we sample it, send it to the lab, make sure the product has a high terpenoid profile before we even touch it. If it doesn't, we won't touch it because what happens is we won't be able to extract a large amount of terpenes. So if something doesn't have a terpenoid profile, have any smell, smells like hay, it will barely produce anything.
Right.
So that's the only product we really purchase. Everything else after that, we manufacture just because we don't grow marijuana. We don't have the license to grow it other than hemp,
Right, that makes a lot of sense. You've helped me learn a lot today. This is fantastic so far. Really, really, thank you. So the other thing we got to talk about, moon rocks. We started carrying them at higher education. They're a messy mess. However, they're fantastic. So, and they're all different sizes. They definitely were a little over the top for us. It's unique. We'll discuss them here in a second. They're just little balls of fuzzy moss looking whatever with stuff falling off of them, and you want to stick them in your mouth, but you really shouldn't. It turns out I was taught it's not. It doesn't even taste good. It was like furry on my tongue. Terrible. Wow. We started carrying these moon rocks. Tell us about your Empire Wellness Delta 8 moon rocks.
Okay, so the Delta 8 moon rocks, are an interesting product. Basically, how it's made is we take the CBD flower, okay, we infuse it with Delta 8. Sorry, that smoke break got to me, guys. We infuse it with Delta 8. We infuse it with Delta 8, and then how we infuse, we paint each nug I was telling you, we paint each nug, and then what we do is we roll it in CBG keep. So at the top of that is not Delta 8 keep. The only Delta 8 is infused on the distillate. So I remember you were mentioning something that you touched on before. I think you wanted to ask, hey, does CBG affect the high like CBD, like how I mentioned that CBD?
I forgot.
Yeah.
I did want to mention that.
Yeah, so it actually doesn't affect it as much, and the reason why we'll use CBG keef is because of that reason, and it's a lighter keef. If CBD keef is a dark keef, it doesn't look as nice. It's like brown, and it won't get you as high. The moon rocks, what they are is CBD flower painted in Delta 8 distillate, rolled in CBG keef.
Painted in Delta 8 distillate. Rolled in
CBG.
Oh, okay. Paint roll.
So
Okay.
head change and appetite.
Exactly.
So, in your professional opinion, what's the best way to consume a moon rock?
Because they're huge, some of them.
Smoking it, they're like golf balls, right? They're like fuzzy golf balls. So what I would do is, obviously the healthiest way is to put it in a volcano and consume it, assume it vaporizing it. But
shout out to Volcano, stores in Bickle.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. The most popular way is to just smoke them, pack them in bowls or grind it up and put it in a joint.
So you grind it up even though it's so pretty?
Oh, yeah. You grind all that up, let it all fall down into the grinder and roll a fat joint of that stuff, and it's amazing.
Well, now we know what we're doing on the next smoke break, because we had cartridges and that was no fun.
Definitely don't eat them.
Don't eat them. I know it was fuzzy. It wasn't, and it didn't do anything for me. I didn't really see any point.
Yeah, you don't. Definitely smoke.
That's what happens if you smoke a bunch of stuff and then you get new products and you're like, is it candy? And it was in this pretty jar and it kind of looked like, I always have snacks on my desk and they look like snacks and
I'm sorry, I can't.
It happens. No reason
you were smoking too much CBD. It gave you the munchies.
That fucking appetite shit.
Well, see what happens? You even start eating moon rocks on CBD.
I get it. Exactly. And you were mentioning that you have something even more amazing that you want to talk about besides moon rocks. Not that we don't want to, love moon rocks, but apparently there's another version now called snow rocks.
Yes, our snow rocks is something that we just came out with last week.
So this is like moon rocks on Delta.
It is like moon rocks on steroids. Okay, so the difference is that instead of rolling, we do the same process now. However, instead of rolling in CBG keys, we roll in Delta 8 isolate. Okay, so we were able to produce this Delta 8 isolate that produces the Delta 8 around 90% of Delta 8 isolate, completely clean, 0% Delta 9, and we take it and paint them in Delta 8 distillate, and then we roll them in Delta 8 isolate. So the effect is stronger because of its higher percentage in Delta 8. And it's a completely white rock. I mean, it looks like a nug that went through a snowstorm. It's the most incredible, beautiful stuff, especially when it's on the shelf.
That's awesome. We'll definitely be getting those in at Higher Education as well. And those are snow rocks. And they're all different sizes. So I know for us, when you come in the store, you can choose whether you want a smaller one or a larger one to try.
Yep.
You can come in and get those at Higher Education, Charlottesville at 619 West Main Street, and Richmond at 2307 West Carey Street, or online at highereducationsmokeshop.com.
And if you want to call ahead, we also do curbside pickup.
We do. If you don't want to wear a mask, we happily bring it out to your car.
You want it there, so that we're phone number's 434-293-PUFF.
Oh, in Richmond, the phone number is 804-254-PUFF. So that's it for our episode this week. Thank you, Josh, so much for talking to us about Empire Wellness and all of your amazing Delta 8 products. Your carts are fantastic. We got the Super Lemon Haze, the Granddaddy Purple, and the Critical Kush cartridges, as well as some dry herb moon rocks and snow rocks now, all available at Higher Education. Thanks again, and we'll see you next week on Coughy Talk, a joint production between Higher Education and 3WV, available every week at 4:20.
I'm here to share my journey just for you. It all started out with the higher ed crew. Down on West Main, I was hanging with a friend when we saw the higher ed sign down around the bend. My boys said, let's check it. It could be a banging shop. When we walked into the store, man, it made my jaw drop. There were tubes and hand pipes, rigs and more. They even have a water pipe as tall as the door. Gas masks, rollers, papers made of rice. Sure-ish, it was a smoker's paradise. My jaw dropped, my eyes popped. Boy, I was reeling. Then the friendly shopkeep said, yo, hey, how you feeling? I said, wow, this your shop. It's really, really great. I just stumbled in, yo, man. It must be fit. You got the packs, volcano, and even the kind. Man, the taste can be real hard to find. You got Roar, Pulsar, and Sheldon Black. Damn, I'm definitely coming back. This place is cool, dope, and really nice. That's why Higher Education is the smoker's paradise.
Now offering curbside pickup and shipping direct to your door. Higher education, Charlottesville's CBD Superstore since 2017, providing high-quality CBD and education about all its amazing benefits.